Thanks, mate.
What do you got, Harrison? What's your question?
How do you think Jason or Francis went?
Against his old team, yeah, I thought he was really good. I thought he was pretty explosive out there. I thought he controlled everything he needed to control and helped us throughout the day build a nice, strong position and get a good win. I'm sure he'd be pretty happy with his 50th game, so he'd be pretty happy about that.
Ken, that third quarter dominance, the game was pretty tight in that first half. North kept within striking distance that third quarter, especially I thought Todd and Zach, when he got off that tag from Liam Shields, really broke the game open for you. Yeah,
I thought we defended a bit better, to be honest, in the third quarter. North Melbourne, trying to hold the ball quite a bit and take a lot of marks, which they were achieving to do with extras at different times behind the ball. So we probably just worked a little bit too far up the ground. Once we got good pressure on the ball and we could move the ball with some speed that we like, and Todd had some really big finishes, it was nice to see Todd have a nice finish today.
Did you expect Jason had such a dominating first half and Zach was really shut out of the game by Liam Shields? Did you expect that change to come at half time?
I thought, I don't know whether I expect it, but it makes sense, and I think both boys by the end of the day had pretty good days. It was a lower possession game for us, which was a little surprising, but we both Zach and Jason played really good games because we had Connor who'd rolled his ankle a little bit, so we were really mindful of a shorter break and 5-day break, so we managed him as much as we could as well.
You mentioned Todd, for him to stand up, I think equal career best 5 goals in the absence of Charlie. I guess, how do you see Todd's development? Is it a continual thing? Like, he's been around the game a long time, but it seems like when he has got that number 1 role inside 50, he really grabs it with both hands.
Yeah, I think he's been pretty good up until halfway through last year when he had significant injury, which took him a lot of the pre-season to have the surgery that he needed and then to recover from it. So I think what's pleasing for us around Todd, not whether Charlie's there or not, I think it's more around Todd's looking like he's building into a good position right now, and hopefully that will mean he's going to have a really strong back half of the year as compared to last year where he was really limited in what he could do. So it gives us optimism that Todd's best footy's still coming this year.
To do what he did, I think there was a contest in that second quarter. Look, he might have copped a head knock, went off for an assessment and came back on. To do that was really impressive too. Yeah,
it was, because he's got a bit of history down here. He got a head knock last year, I think, down here, and maybe got ruled out of the game, whereas this year we thought right at the time, but again, because of the way you need to care for them and treat them, we took no chances and did the complete test, and clearly he was okay because he went back and kicked well.
Connor back in today, from the naked eye, and correct me if I'm wrong, it felt like he played a little bit more time forward. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, no, we definitely played a lot more time forward because we managed him after he rolled his ankle 5 minutes into the game, so that made it a bit harder for him. So once that happened, we were mindful that he was first up, and we were mindful that he's a really important player to us, so we took him forward a fair bit of the second half particularly.
Was that purely because of the ankle, or
Yep.
Was a hamstring a concern at all?
No, hamstring was okay. It was just an ankle.
Yeah, Willie Rioli calf.
Yeah, he's a tight calf. Again, we took every precaution that we should. He wasn't comfortable as the way it was. He said he could do most things, but we just made a conservative decision, knowing again we've got a shorter break coming.
And just on your team start, were you guys a bit off and they were pretty good, or how did you sort of assess the beginning?
Oh no, I think they're. I think credit to North Melbourne. They've been getting better, and I think last week showed that as well. And they've got some real talent around the ball. Their ruckman's a big, strong player, and they can hurt you with their hands if you give them a look. I think both teams played okay in the first quarter. They were reasonably sharp with their ball movement. I think that was the key. They were able to move the ball from our end to their end pretty easily, which was not something that we like to see.
Was there any intent to start well this week, given obviously the slower start last week against the Hawks before the come from behind? Or
no, not anything changed. We've been a very good starting team most of the seasons, but one game we talk around our starts. I think it's just really hard to play well every quarter, every minute in this competition, and sometimes it works the way you like it, and other times it doesn't. But I think overall we've been pretty consistent to find ourselves where we are now.
I heard you say before the game on the broadcast that was the key to this competition, is to try and win each quarter. Is that the progression of this team now? You've I think 3 in a row now, but is the key for you as coach that you just want to see that incremental improvement quarter by quarter, game by game?
Yeah, I think you just know you just got to try and keep stacking up as many wins as you can. We see how close it is, and it's what are we now, 8-3? I think you've got to be really pleased. Hopeful of a big game next Thursday night against Carlton, where we can play our absolute best footy back at home, and then we do go into a break. So we get a great opportunity to attack next Thursday with everything we've got, and and see where it takes us.
Charlie's back in next week.
Yeah, we'd hope so. Yeah, there's no reason why he won't be. So he'll come in at the. We managed him for that reason so he could play next Thursday night, and he's still pretty important to us.
Is that going to be a continual thing throughout the year, given his age and experience? It'll just be a week to week, I guess, thing that you.
Yeah, we'll help, and he'll have a big part of that. We'll have a lot of chats around when's the right time for him to be managed and looked after. We are now seeing that we do get a better return from him. And he's been able to play pretty consistent footy for us so far this year, and that's the second game he's missed. So that would be, not something that we think would be different in the second half of the year. It might be 2 games, maybe 3 games.
And any worry on Connor for next week with that ankle, or just?
I don't think so, but he's rolled ankle, so wait and see how it pulls up. It didn't look too bad, but hopefully he's okay.
Yep.
He's had enough time off, so he's ready to go.
Yeah. And same question with Rioli. Is that?
Yeah, we'll wait and see. I mean, Willie will have to have a scan on just to make sure. So if there is any issues, he won't play next week, which has been our approach most of the time this year.
Awesome. Thanks, Ken.
Good on you.
Thanks for that.